Hey everybody, my name is Joe.
I'm also Joe.
Welcome back to SNES Life. Today we're going to be playing Gemfire. Now, Gemfire, I mean, we'll get to it, but first off, look, that's a pretty cool box art.
Yeah.
You know what it says? It really screams of like King Arthur to me.
I was about to say the same thing.
Right? Like it's a very Arthurian looking dude in gold armor. Horse is awesome. Background castle, pretty cool. Very Arthurian. If I saw that box art, I would at least pick it up and look at it. But, ignoring the front box art, let's take a look at the back box art. Now, on the back box art, again, we're, just like yesterday, we're out of 4 screenshots into 3. Although, at least one of them's kind of bigger. It explains the basis. Basically, the story is, at one point, all these wizards and a dragon got together and cast a spell and put themselves ended up in gems. And these gems got put into a crown called Gemfire. The king used it to basically unite the world in peace. And then eventually he had to, he was going to die, so he gave it to his son, who of course was evil. The son used it to basically take over the world violently, and then his daughter, realizing it was evil, took the gems from the crown and cast them out into the night. But the guy caught her at the last gem, so he has one of the gems, and then there are 6 other gems now, which are basically 6 other countries who are fighting to get the rest of the gems so that they can become king.
I like that it says capture the gems and untie them with the crown.
Untie them?
That's what it says.
Where?
Bottom part of the second paragraph.
You must...
Capture the gems and untie them.
It's clearly supposed to be unite, but yeah, they didn't spell check that bad boy. Anyway, so we see here, big picture is what looks like a battlefield, archers versus Pluvius, which is one of the wizards. On the right side, we have your overworld map, which is your basic strategy map. And on the bottom left, we have the combat system, which in this game, you get to actually like kind of direct units around. Now, you got to do that a little bit in Pacific Theater of War. Or was that what it was? Pacific Theater of War?
I think so.
Anyway, and even lesser than that. And
it may have been Pacific Theater Operation.
I think that was what it was. It's PTO is the point. God, what was the other one we played? Oh, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. You got to control even less.
Pacific Theater Operations.
I don't know. Picking it up and looking at the back of the box, I might have been tempted to rent this. I'm not sure. I can't say that I would have, but let's take a look at the game manual. Oh, I'm already in there. Boop, back to the front. This poor game manual's been through hell.
It's taped up.
Yeah, it is. In a bad way, too. So, table of contents, 45 pages. Load instructions, start menus. I do like they have little tabbies on the right side to kind of tell you where things are if you want to flip to specific things. So here's the story that basically tells you how they ended up with the wizards and gems, and that guy took it over and he's evil, and there's the princess who cast the gems out. There are different scenarios that you can play. We're just going to do the very first scenario because why the hell not? There are 6 scenarios. There are 4 different wizards basically that you can take. Now these are 4 of the gems, essentially. Because when the gems got cast out, it released the wizards and the dragon that were inside of them. So you can take on one of those as your advisor, basically. This section just kind of tells you, a solid basis to start with. Then you get your rules and all the icons that these strategy games come with. And I'm going to be playing this tonight because I did play it earlier to kind of get a feel for it. Not that I'll do things right. Little strategy and hints and things. Your vassal commands, which is like your commander. Here it explains the fighting and the war. So you can see that there is a battlefield that you actually get to move troops around on, which I think is kind of neat. But we'll talk about the flaws to that when we get there. I got that page highlighted for some reason. Different terrain. You can build bridges and fences and castle walls and things. The different commands you can do. Turn of events. These are things that can happen throughout. Sometimes you'll find stuff that will help you, like leprechaun. If you find a leprechaun, you end up getting this pot of gold and some money and other things. Creatures of lore. These are different. So when you go to recruit soldiers, you can also try and recruit monsters in the regions you're in, and they'll fight for you, which is kind of neat. So these are the different monsters you can hire, if they're in your area at least, or mercenaries, or magicians. So, all very cool. And then, of course, you got these stupid dragons. Dumb dragons.
That first one wasn't a dragon. That's just the Loch Ness monster.
I'll say a fire-breathing Loch Ness monster.
Is that fire or is it water? Because it looks different from what the fire dragon's breathing.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably water, but that's very peculiar. Anyway.
It lives in the sea, so...
So there is some artwork in this manual I kind of dig. It's not the most amazing artwork, but it's all right. You get your quick charts, kind of throws everything in the back here. And your 90-day limited warranty. Hey, look, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Go figure. They would advertise for that.
Uncharted Waters. Oh boy, we'll get to play that.
I don't think...
It says coming soon for SNES.
That doesn't mean it actually came for SNES.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
But we may get there. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, Philistines. We'll get there, folks. I swear to gosh. So that's our manual. We are going to roll over here. Oh, we got people talking and we've been ignoring them because we've been in the stupid thing. What we got? Lord Goober, interesting. Looks like strategy game. Looks the publisher. Coy, that makes sense. Yes, it does. And it absolutely is a strategy game. You want to go ahead and hit start on there, Jose?
I have to find it.
Oh my gosh. Right. There you go. Oh, we're going to keep the instruction manual up for this one. So, yeah, Koei made, I think, did they make Pacific Theater of Operations as well?
I think so. I think we saw
I don't remember, but
an ad for
they absolutely
Romance
made
in Pacific Theater.
Well, there's an ad for Romance for sure.
What are the other games that we've played by these people?
I think that's it. I think it's Romance, Pacific Theater maybe, and then this now. Behind these walls, King Esred keeps Gemfire, the crown of the 7 Jewels.
They did make Pacific Theater Operations.
And a dragon were trapped in the crown. Their power at Esselred's mercy.
They made so many of these types of games.
Yeah, they were a real strategy company right there. And there's the daughter. Check that out. That's pretty decent pixel art. Robin broke the spell and scattered the gems. Unfortunately, the gem she left his was the dragon, of course. And the dragon's a bastard.
So why does the crown have a name? Like, you would think that the island was named Gemfire.
No, the island is named like Ishtishkamid or something like that. Oh god, there's a magic king in the middle of the northern seas called Ishmeria.
So this is you choosing who you are and your advisor, I guess.
I think this is just kind of highlighting the different characters in the game, maybe. So that's one of the wizards.
That's a different character as well.
Yeah. So these are the different people who ended up with the gems, and then their different advisors. It's pretty cool looking. He's a real Boy Scout.
It's Lars and Imperial.
It's got quite a bit of story for it. Hey, Tay. Yep, Gemfire. Look out.
It's Eric.
We're doing alright. I mean, I assume Joey's doing alright. I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
Poor Joey had to leave D&D for this.
D&D ended.
Oh. It's Garth.
I like Garth.
He's a pretty pimp looking dude. He's He's got a fine beard. Esselred's the prick that owns like most of the freaking island at this point. I like that it kind of gives you all this story at the beginning. Yeah, see, there's the prick's dragon.
I would rather have a dragon as a pet than just as a gem in my crown.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
Although maybe...
The wizards escaped, but the king still holds the dragon!
Maybe, like, you
Douche.
take their powers when it's in gem form?
Music's pretty solid for the opening, at least.
The opening is pretty slow, though.
I mean, it's not fast, but I like it. It shows you a bunch of the characters and
I
the
do
wizards.
like the opening. I just wish it was a little faster.
Yeah, they could have paced it up a smidge and wouldn't have hurt, but it's neat. The pixel art's alright. Yeah, there's the bad guy. I shall recapture it. D&D is fun, good vibes, chill cat, chill cat, chill cat. Cats are
There's a
terrible.
lot of-
You should not chill with cats.
There's a lot of emotes.
Cats are dicks.
That's an emote.
I got that.
I don't know what that emote is either.
I mean, probably have to go look at the actual YouTube chat. We're not gonna do that. Alright, here we go. Aaron and Anders, scenario 1, that's the one we're gonna do. Seasonal families, sometimes test over third king Isler in the secure Gemfire. Aaron and Blanche and Ander of Lyle are the main contenders. Yeah, only one family test.
Yeah, it said unite.
They're YouTube emotes. How many players? Me. So here I get to pick which family I am, basically. Sorry. Let's see. At the top, you can see 82. Let's see what the hell is that. I forget. I mean, I did look at this earlier, but yeah.
Looks to be like a diplomic sort of thing.
Diplomacy. Oh, hell, where is it?
It would be there, right?
Ruler symbols. Oh, leadership, command, charm. So 82 in leadership, 87 in command, charm of 76, and he has 4 generals basically. So this guy has roughly the same stats and 3 commanders. Coral, a little less charming, and 2 commanders. And there's dude you liked who is not very good.
So it's difficulty.
Yeah, basically. We're gonna take the easy difficulty, thanks. No. So this is me getting to pick my wizard, basically.
Are these all wizards? Because I thought Zendor was the only wizard here.
Well, here's the 4
Ah.
wizards.
I don't like the weird jester one.
Yeah, I don't know what he does. We're just gonna go with this dude. I have the wisdom to guide you in your peace. Yay!
Yay, nay.
And here you can see it down there. It's flipping through the different provinces. Now we're at number 3 up there. The province of Cobridge. Lord Roland is in charge. So our first menu is military. The second is domestic. Third is foreign policy, basically. And then the 5th is your vassal, the commander's instructions. The game, the manual recommends that we invest in our infrastructure first. And so we're just going to follow what the game says, because that makes the most sense. So we will cultivate. And then it says we should develop protection to keep us from getting murdered by plagues and stuff. So we'll do that next. Music's not bad. It's kind of calm at the moment. Oh, plague. I like the little Grim Reaper that floats around the island. And you can see the 2 provinces affected with the skulls there. Alright, so it's this dude's turn. I think what we want to do up here, we'll continue to cultivate.
Tay says Blanc is an odd name. Don't know how much I like it.
Oh, so here we see an invasion.
Oh.
8 fought 2, but 2 repelled him. Quarth. Oh, and caught their general, but released.
It is cold.
Not sorry.
I'm gonna go grab my blanket.
I am going to attempt to sabotage this colony down here under me so I can eventually go attack it. Enemy's territory was damaged.
I'm gonna go get my blanket.
Blanket away, son!
Cold.
To move a bunch of troops down to 5 so that we can attack. We're just gonna slap most of them. And half my gold too, and half my food. Yay! I figure Province 4 is pretty safe at the moment, so... Oh, there you can see the king attacking someone down south.
I mean, if you go by rules of risk, Province 4 is your safest.
Yes, agreed. Oh, I captured a leprechaun and got a pot of gold. How convenient, so I just sent half my money away to my other province. Let's be domestic here. I forgot I have to give my people some food to keep them happy. Are you fighting yourself, or do you have to wait for the AI to take turns? We have to, Well, what do you mean, fight yourself? Alright, we're gonna go attack. We're gonna do the attack right now so everybody gets to see that. We're gonna attack down into number 12. We're gonna send most all of our troops. Yes, we're fine with the gold.
I believe the most
Send
and
a
all were
wizard.
2 separate selections, so it was
Yeah.
some, most, all.
How many days of food? We're gonna send 8 days of food, which is like a little over half my food. Aaron from 5 has invaded 12! Give me Ostland! I wish to take your country over. Ha!
So you have more of everything than they do.
Yep. Although they do have a monster.
Yeah, but you have wizard.
True.
And they have 110 monsters. But you have 150 wizards.
That's actually just unit strength.
Ah. So what's up with the flag?
I guess it's just like your starting point. Like teams. Is it betting rules where you take over the remaining teams if your province dies and it comes down to the remaining 2? I have no idea what you mean.
I think Tay's asking about, like, is it kind of like Risk, where you take over until it's just 2 people? Because you don't control all of the land.
Oh. Yeah, I think you basically have to take over the entire world. Because you have to get the gems from everybody else to put them back in the crown.
Ah.
Attack! What do you mean I can't attack that unit?
They're ranged. You're at melee distance.
So what?
That's not how rangers work.
Well, I guess we'll shoot these pricks then. Flanking assault! Ah!
Wonderful.
exciting? Come on now. Flank attack with knights!
You have advantage.
Push him back! Nice, killed about half of them.
They killed 4 of you.
One, two, three. That dude's probably gonna move right there. So he's just gonna wait. Oop, wait. Done. And now it all goes south. Ah, he didn't come and attack me. Oh, how dare you shoot over my archers. Frontal assaults. Shields up! Yeah, it's not so bad. Those knights are probably gonna hit me in the side and kick the dog out of me then. Oh no, they went after the knights.
It's a bad Ponte.
Bad.
A good pun, but you may want to move your bow people back as well. Having issues?
Flank attack! Nice, respectable.
No, drop them back. Yeah, then you can attack with them.
Apparently I still can't attack that unit. Can I shoot that one? Nope, I can only shoot in a orthogonal direction, apparently. Pachoo! Ooh. Goosebumps and all that.
Oh wait, those don't need to move, yeah.
Get them, fellas. I don't know that we're going to finish them off, though. Frontal assault. Nope, not at all. Screw it. You're a wizard for a reason. Go zap this bastard. What? Why can't I attack it? Well, I didn't. Shit.
What can you attack?
Oh, I can attack that dude. Eat lightning, you rat bastards. Whoop, whoop. Wizards are pimps.
You can turn off the animation as well.
Yeah, I thought I'd leave it on for this battle. Ooh. They killed one dude. Look out. I think I would hate riding a horse in a battle a little less than being a horse in a battle. That's fair.
But ideally, you don't want to go into battle in general.
Rear assault! Or flank assault, I'm not sure. I think it's rear because they turn around. Yep. That should chop a good chunk of them down. Yeah, half of them. Posty! Orthogonal murder. Pachoo!
These poor archers just got
Decimated.
just destroyed.
Can I kill this unit? They gotta be pretty low at this point, right? Yeah, I should kill him, I would think. Woo woo! Why? Why can I not attack that unit?
Because he's right next to you. You have to move back. You know for a fact you can cast in an L.
That's alright. We're gonna smash this dude into pieces and get rid of him. Oh, they're dead now, aren't they?
Yeah.
If you had two like tomorrow, you welcome the past in the middle of battle. Would you rather be a horse or a rider? Well, I mean, rider's the clear answer, right?
I mean, I don't know. Typically, if you were a horse and your team lost, they wouldn't kill the horse. They would just use the horse or let the horse go if the horse didn't die. But if you were the rider and your team lost,
Olog Heist.
you're either getting, taken prisoner or you're dead.
Ouch. Why not get to choose? Well, you're right.
Ideally, I would be a rider with a horse that could run away. You're losing a lot of people there. I don't think you can attack like that.
I just can't attack right next to myself, apparently. Eat lightning, you douchebags.
I mean, that makes sense. You don't want to use lightning bolt out of melee, right?
Yeah! Almost half of them. What? I tried to build a fence to pin him in. Couldn't do it, apparently. Boink! We got that unit of swords, but how about them apples?
Fence there as well.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, we're gonna watch your sword people get destroyed. Or not. He just left you alone.
I think he's worried. Rear attack!
Could you win by subjugation rather than just destroying them?
I mean, they could retreat. Also, if you're right, it's not how you can just run away. That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was talking about. Like if you lose, you're pretty much screwed if you're the rider.
Well, you should just not lose. Or know when it's time to abandon ship.
Well, if you abandon ship, you're probably gonna get hunted down for treason. I mean, yeah.
Switch sides in the middle of battle. Work for the enemy.
Doesn't always work out.
I mean, but it could.
If you're gonna change sides, what's to say you won't change sides again? The enemy will never trust you.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. But, what? I mean, break that fence, fellas. Could not break fence. Alright, let's just lightning bolt these bricks. Die! I think I'd rather be the wizard.
I don't know if that's a choice you get.
I mean, it totally should be. Over the wall!
Poor dude.
Boink! Hey, I won! The attackers won! Prince Aaron, we took Ostlin. And then the bad guy took that province over. Well, let's go ahead and give these people a bunch of food to try to put them on my side. You're not allowed to wear anything but a robe. Yeah, but nobody screws with you because you throw lightning.
Can.
Like, come on, that's pretty awesome, right?
You can wear things other than a robe as a wizard. Just have to have loopholes.
Recruit about half my money and get some more troops.
And I feel like if I was a wizard, I would definitely wear more than just robes. Just a dress covered in stars. Not all wizards are like that, though.
Let's do some domesticating.
Like, surely if wizards existed, but surely in books, wizards with, like, chain armor has existed. Or at least a wizard wearing leather.
Sure. Domesticate. Transport. You know what? Let's screw with this guy next to me. We're gonna try and take over that one. The enemy's territory was damaged. This dude's just chillaxing over here. He's gonna be in my domestic world. He's just gonna continue to cultivate.
I mean, that's a fair point, but just don't cast lightning.
The plague. Crap! It plagued the crap out of me.
Oh, it really did.
That's no good.
And you're out of money.
Yeah, this dude's strapped out of cash.
How do you get more money?
I can send money from my other provinces. 13 gold and 20 food. I plundered the dude next to me. I can also send from my other province. How much gold? How about half of it?
Budget Arcade says, what is this? This is Gemfire.
It is.
What genre would this be?
It's a simulation. Think Civilization and things like that.
Oh, I've got a ton of money.
Well, we're not in Province 12. We're
No.
one above it. But we definitely need to replenish my military. This dude is just... Scream of the Shrieker scared troops in 5. Aww. That's bad. Kind red caps cast good spells in Ostland. Well, that's useful.
I mean, Tay, how would you hurt yourself with magic? Like, if you're the one casting it and you're not casting it at yourself.
I don't have anything to give. But I can develop some protection for my people.
Satlav, that is a new person.
Salav, hi! Salav, thanks for joining us here on YouTube. So see, this is the problems I just took over that's currently hurting. As far as, like, the people there don't give hardly about me. We're about to give them a crap ton of food, and that'll raise... That little red flag is their loyalty to me. This dude needs to replenish his army as well. Recruit. 13 ain't much, but it's better than nothing. Lindum. Oh. We're being attacked.
Just watching your SNES bases loaded gameplay. Bases loaded was the one we liked, right? I don't remember.
I think the one we really liked was Cal Ripken. Basis loaded was okay. What shall we do? Fight, retreat, or surrender? He outnumbers me by 20. I have better combat ability and not enough food, but we're gonna fight! Hey! And we'll send the wizard to help. A year ago. That was one of the earlier games we covered. I don't know that that was necessarily good, but it was there anyway.
Oh yeah, you have the wizard. You'll be fine. You just have to make use of the wizard. move him up behind your sword person. And then move your sword person over there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and turn the animations off on this one. We're done with our turn. You need to stab him while we're at it, Tay says. The reason magic isn't real is because most people hold fire for no other reason than magic. You could argue a wizard immune to lightning because he's casting it. I've never heard of this game. Yes, Tay, you could argue that magic's kind of a double catch like that, but whatever. And why not cast a weapon spell and be immune to stabbing while we're at it? Sure. I mean, isn't that what Blade Ward is for the most part? And never heard of this game. That's not a shock, Sat. We never heard of this game either.
Well, Tay, not all armor is metal. And if you're casting lightning, are you summoning the lightning from you? Or are you summoning lightning from the sky? Because, like, call lightning is from the sky. The grasping touches your hand.
How many NES/SNES games do you have? Our personal collection, my personal collection, is actually fairly small. Between the 4 systems that I own, it's probably about 120, maybe 130 games now. Most of what we're doing for these reviews is emulation. Just to go through and basically throw out reviews, you know, fair use, I think is what it's called. But I don't want to fence, I just want to... He's being awful cagey for being the attacker, isn't he? Look at him. He doesn't even want to come out. Well, that's the idea anyway. I think he's just trying to wait me out because he had more food than me.
If you have the ability to cast magic infinitely, then I would agree with that, Tay.
Eat some lightning, you douche. What happened there? Oh, I turned the animations off, that's what.
I don't know, now that it's down to 5, so...
Look at him. He's still not moving. What a hose bag. Oh, yeah, run away. You attacked me, you punk. Rear assault.
That should end out pretty well.
Flank assault. Archers fire. Vance Velez. Hello there, Vance.
That is a name I've seen before.
Is it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't doubt you. Love me some. He loves Gemfire. Never even heard of the game, but they love it apparently.
Are you really gonna... Okay, I was about to say, are you really gonna blow up the one cause?
I am not wasting the wizard on a single night. Any chance you have Double Dragon 1, Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, Double Dribble, Contra, Super C, Bad Dudes, and POW. I do have Double Dragon 1 and 2. I have Ninja Gaiden 1. I do have Contra. I do not have the others, though. You really want to be king because you don't have to go to battle. You can say, well, that's convenient, true. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, a good leader goes with. But I see what you mean.
That's right. Retreat from me and die. Rat bastards.
You can't attack him there.
Slag some archers. There's 5 swordsmen. You would think they would retreat. Oh, they have retreat. So you'd think they retreat. But no, they just want to sit there and fight me for some stupid reason. We repelled them. So here, now that we're at this point, you can see the real flaw in the game, which is time. You actually have to play all these battles out. You can't just... So in the battle, there's an auto option, but all that does is let the computer control where your units move. It doesn't, like, auto-solve the battle, which is what I would super prefer. Let's see. What am I gonna do? It's August. We're about to bring in harvest. Let's see if we can hire a monster. Let's hire some orcs. Orcs is the best. Yeah, we'll hire some orcs. This dude's just gonna...
There's got a lot of people there.
We're gonna give some more food to the population to get them on our side some more. This dude's in rough shape at the moment. Land cultivation. This guy's doing absolutely nothing, really. Like, hard nothing. Let's go sabotage this dude. Uh-oh, they uncovered our plots. Invaded 5. Oh, he's attacking my... Oh, he's attacking my really weak one. He has more dudes than me. Not by much, though. He has way better combat ability at the moment. Ugh. We're gonna retreat. Neighboring.
Yeah, retreat to 12.
Yeah. Yeah, we know, man. Not much we can do about it. Uh-oh. Like little pixel art with the pink blue dude over. Like, ah. Oh, one of the rulers of one of the families died. NBA joke. To be fair, today we probably didn't get it either. I mean, I know who LeBron James is, but I think he's saying. I think Vance is saying that LeBron James is a king. I think. I don't really know.
That's a lot of food right there.
Oh, harvest came in. So let's see. Prices are low, so we want to hold on to the food until the prices go up towards next like spring, I think. What we're really gonna do right now is we're gonna. What? No, I want to attack. We're gonna go over here and attack 1.
You don't want to attack 5? Or are you going to use 12 to attack 5?
Yeah, I was gonna use 12 to go back up there. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go after 1. We're gonna send most all of our troops. Yeah, we're fine with 21 gold. We're gonna send the orcs. We're gonna go for 8 days. Take a bunch of food with me. Yep, sounds fine. Let's go get them, fellas. Hopefully there's not a wizard there. Ah, crap.
What do you mean, oh crap?
I was looking at mine. I was like, oh, there's a monster on there. Duh, it's the orcs.
Yeah. You know, these people are kind of sucking it. Like...
Yeah, they don't have much going on, do they? I got a bunch of fences I'm gonna have to chop through, though.
Oh, you have animation turned on.
Oh, is it on again? Turn the animation back off. Why so many people? So many fences, I guess. Let's break a fence. Hey, we chopped up a fence. not chop up that fence.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? I guess I did. And now he's gonna wait me out. Yep. That's about what I expected. Not break fence. Shoot some archers. Break a fence. Couldn't break fence.
Usually gives me a little bit of a headache when it does the buzzing.
Can't win them all? Look at him continue to wait.
Trust me, I mean, we don't have the music up very loud.
Well, as long as you're doing nothing. No. I'm not sure I can actually kill that fence. Plunk. Oh, flank attack!
And animation is superior compared to the Sega Genesis version.
Never seen the Sega Genesis version. I grew up a Nintendo kid, so. Just so you're aware, Vance, since apparently you like these games, we are not big strategy game people. just so you know.
I was gonna say you should probably move the other one first, but I didn't realize it was an enemy.
Yeah, let's get some orcs in there. Orcs is the best. Orcs apparently are the best.
Just flat out destroy them.
I don't think I'm likely to break this fence, but we'll try. No.
It is about 5 minutes till. Do you want to play another night of this?
It's 10 till, not 5.
I meant to say 10 till.
Yay, I took over a province again. Do I want to play another night of this? No. Not that that's a shock at all.
Should turn down the in-game.
Why is it loud?
Yeah.
Oh, someone says loud. This is a game will turn you into a strategy game fan. I doubt it. You know what? To say that I'm not a strategy game fan isn't true. I am a real-time strategy game fan.
Which I am not.
I mean, I like playing Risk and Axis and Allies on a board, but I highly prefer like the Settlers on PC and StarCraft and stuff for my strategy games. Oh yeah, we need to take my continent back over. All of them. Go get them, fellas.
Anyway, it is 10 till. Assuming
no.
you don't want to play another night of this, we should probably do the review.
Need to hire a monster. Skeletons! Yeah, we're not going to play a second night of this because here's the fact. I mean, playing this for as long as we have, we've seen what the game's got to offer.
We also haven't gotten anywhere.
That's true. And it would take us forever to actually finish this game. But we do see it, and I think that I also played it for like an hour earlier today, just so that I knew what the hell I was doing before we recorded tonight. So let's go ahead and let's do our review. Graphically speaking, what do you think?
I think graphically speaking, it's alright. I think the battles are definitely a much lower quality than like what they did with the pixel art, but
yeah,
it doesn't need to be a higher quality. Like you can tell, like, oh, there's a bunch of infantry dudes with swords. You can tell these are a bunch of archers. Your wizard kind of looks like a wizard. The orcs definitely look like orcs. I'm assuming the skeletons will look like skeletons.
One would think.
You could tell that your cavalry had horses. Like, it does the job.
Yeah. You'll note I put down the controller because I can't think and talk and play at the same time.
I think this screen looks fine.
Yeah.
I like the colors. I like the pixel art showing your dude.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to compare it to the other two KO games that we've played. Compared to StarCraft, is this like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest of strategy games? Is designed as a beginner strategy game. I don't know. Is it? I guess that's what you're trying to say. Is it? Are you asking, is it designed like Mystic Quest, or it is like Mystic Quest?
I think that's a statement.
Yeah, I believe it's a statement as well that this is like Mystic Quest. So, I'm okay with that, frankly. Graphically speaking, I think everything looks really good. There's nice, good, bright colors. I think the pixel art's nice. I like the images of your champions and vassals and everything. He says it is. And I assume he could be she. Vance says it is. Compared to the other two KO games we've played, which is Pacific Theater of Operations and Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I think Pacific Theater of Operations had a little more polish on it. Like, I remember everything looking a little cleaner. But on that note, I actually like the way this one looks better.
I would agree with that.
Now, when you get to the battle scenes, Romance of the Three Kingdoms was the most dated. Like, it was a bunch of weird colors chosen because that was the old programming it was used under. Pacific Theater of Operations, their battle sequences where you move the ships and everything around looked way cleaner than the battle sequences in this.
Agreed.
But I don't think that is detrimental to this game. I don't think that
it doesn't take away.
Yeah, I don't think it takes away. Plus, it limits you to 5 units on a battlefield, which, because it forces you to play the stupid battles out every single time, that's useful. Because if you had 50 units on there, it would take forever. So I think the graphics look fine, and I think they're good. I like them. Let's talk sound. So the battle sounds are okay. The little attacks and the bangs and the slashes and the swords and everything. Otherwise, the music's pretty decent.
I would agree.
It's fairly
high-pitched music, but...
Yeah, well, and like Tay said, she was getting the buzzing. And there are some noises on there where I could see it being a little irritating. I don't think it's detrimental to the play, unless it gives you a headache like Tay said it did. But I think it's okay.
I would agree. You can also turn down the sound.
That's true, you could. And then we get to gameplay. What do you think? I mean, you didn't play the game, but what do you think of what you saw?
I think Vance definitely made a good point. This seems simpler than PTO.
For sure.
And I don't quite remember Romance of the Three Kingdoms, but I think this is simpler than it.
Yeah.
Well, frankly, I enjoy the fact that it is simpler.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot with the other two games,
Agreed.
And it required you to know a lot.
Tay says likes different styles for battles music. I didn't even realize the battle music was different each time.
I did.
Well, I'm glad you did, but again, we've got it turned down pretty low, so our microphone's not double picking the sound up. I think the gameplay was okay. The controls were pretty basic and intuitive. Like, PTO had a lot.
Yeah.
And there were so many menus, and you had to distribute war supplies and fuel and oil and metal and all this other stuff. And it was just very, very in-depth and crunchy. Like Vance says, this is the Mystic Quest. It is simpler, and that's fine. I am down for simpler. One of the reasons I like Settlers on the PC is it's a very basic strategy game, but it's also presented well and plays fun. And I think this is kind of along the same way. It's presented well, it's fairly intuitive. There aren't 9,000 options. There's 4 menus, 4 options in each, 16 different commands you could do each turn. That's not bad. I feel like that contributes to the game's pick-up and play ability. Now, I definitely still had to look at the instructions earlier to figure out what I was doing, but significantly easier to get into than Theater of Operations. Or Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which just confused the piss out of us. Maybe this is a little easier because we've done those 2 games at this point,
Right.
so we're kind of getting there. And I have played Civilization, but I'm talking like Civ 2 back in the 90s. Overall opinion. You know, I mean, this is the 3rd strategy game we've hit. I don't know when we're going to hit a 4th. This is like Fire Emblem, less story, cutscene. I have never played a Fire Emblem game, Tay. Sorry. Have you? Nope. Again, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that Fire Emblem is a JRPG. And I think we know how Joey and I fall on JRPGs. Would I recommend going out and finding this game?
If you like strategy games, I would say, yeah, it's probably worth it.
Yeah, now I think...
Especially if you're just trying to get into strategy games.
Yes.
Like, this is definitely the place to start for if you're doing SNES strategy games.
Right. Now I think on Pacific Theater of Operations, we flat thumbed down Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I remember that. But I think on Theater of Operations we thumbed down it, and I think I gave the caveat that if you were into crunchy simulation games, you might like it. If you're so-so or you're thinking about getting into simulation games, I think, like you said, this is an alright game to look for. Would I recommend everyone and their mom go out and find it? No, I'm not gonna. But that said, I think if you're vaguely interested, then it's probably worth finding. I'll tell you what, I am going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And that is because, unlike the other 2 games, I could actually play this. Like, I could see myself playing this some more, or eventually trying to make progress in it. Whereas the other 2 were way too crunchy for the likes of me. My opinion. So yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and give this a thumbs up, because I do like the presentation, the music, and the gameplay.
I am also actually going to give it a thumbs up.
Wow, shocking. That's the first thumbs up for a strat game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it?
I mean, I agree with it, like you said. Overall, I think I have enjoyed, at least I didn't play any of them, other than Pacific Theater, because I had a 2-player mode.
Yeah, I forgot about that, yeah. This has a 2-player mode, too. It
yes,
did ask at the beginning.
It does have a 2-player mode, which is cool.
I'd be curious to see what that looks like. God, that would take forever, though.
Yeah. So far, I have enjoyed watching this one more than I did the other 2. And maybe that's because it's simpler.
Yeah, could be.
But for us going through reviewing games, a game needs to be pick up and playable.
Yes. And a lot of these, Lord Roland is so happy with your choice. Good to know, Vance. Good to know.
He doesn't look very happy.
He just looks kind of grumpy. He's a grumpy old medieval dude wearing chain armor and plate mail. I mean, wouldn't you be grumpy?
It's probably really hot.
I think it's not a bad game. And like you said, pick up and play style. Like, you're right. We're going through playing a ridiculous number of games in a short time. We're not finishing almost any of them. Like, we've finished maybe an 1/8 of what we've played. But pick up and play is important. Because to me, I'm coming at a lot of these games the same way I did as a kid. I'm looking at a box in a video store, and then I'm playing it. If the game can't be picked up and played with little to basic instruction, then guess what? I'm probably not going to be that interested in it. I'm probably not going to want to play it because...
I feel like if we played this game and got to understand it, it would actually probably help us understand how to play things like Pacific Theater Operations more.
Possibly. I mean, my thing is...
Well, that's kind of the problem for me with Pacific Theater Operations. You can't have games leading up to it.
Yeah.
Like, progressing in difficulty. You should be able to figure out
what the hell's going on. Well, they expect you to read the damn instruction manual.
Yeah.
That bad boy had a beefy instruction manual. But, I mean, this one's got a beefy instruction manual. 40 pages? Come on. That's a lot. So again, to the pick up and play when you interrupted my thought.
Sorry.
That's all right. There are 700 games in this Super Nintendo library. If you were to own even half of those, that game has to be pick up and play friendly. You have to be able to get into that game fairly easily, because otherwise, it is way too easy to lose your attention and for you just to switch off to something else. And that's a big problem, I think, with today in general. You have millions of games out there. You have thousands to your option to play, you know. So I think that it has to be pick up and play friendly. And this one's a lot more friendly to get into than Pacific Theater or Romance. So that has a lot to say for it. But anyway, yeah, that's it. We're going to go ahead and call it a night, everybody. 2 thumbs up, which was kind of shocking to me for Gemfire, which, I mean, yay. Good job, Gemfire and Keo. You guys finally got us. So thanks a lot, Vance and Tay and Rob and anybody else who joined and watched and just didn't say anything. We appreciate everybody joining us. And we will be back on Wednesday. Oh, what do we got? So we've
Sports. Or Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, Racing the Duel, or Cal Ripken Jr. So that must not have been the baseball game we played that we liked. Jesus, I don't even remember. I could tell you if I looked at it, but I couldn't tell you just off the top of my head. Well, I don't know. You want? I mean, it's racing, or Jeopardy, or baseball. Let's go ahead and let's narrow it down to racing or baseball.
Don't want to do Jeopardy?
Well, I thought racing and baseball are both kind of sports games, and we could put Jeopardy in the middle to break them up.
Okay. Let's go with racing.
Racing. So we'll be back on Wednesday night playing the Duel, test drive it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good night.